Mr. Min scoffed and looked at the phone. Did she just hang up when I still didn't finish saying? He looked at your mother who just exhaled deeply. This girl seriously, he said on the couch. I think you should not force her. She's not that old that you are hurrying up so badly. Mr. Min gave her a dissatisfied look. Only because you take her side every time, she became so much stubborn. She's already 25 and I already found a guy who is well settled and a business tycoon, and I'm going to convince her for marriage at any cost. You think you're less stubborn? She's an exact copy of you. Then let me handle her and don't you dare to come in middle for defending her. She got up in annoyance. Do whatever you want, I don't care. And she left from there while Mr. Min looked at his phone screen. What does she mean by she's stubborn as me? He looked in the direction his wife walked away. Oppa, why don't you say anything to dad? He's just after me relentlessly, wanting me to get married when I'm not at all interested. Your brother put his cup of coffee on the table and looked at you. Do you think he will listen to me? Mom is continuously trying to persuade him, but he's not ready to listen to anyone, just like ever. You sighed. I don't understand why he's so eager. Now you have to make a decision. You looked at him. You want the company and he will definitely use that power against you. You better play it cool. Your forehead wrinkled up, showing the confusion. Yoongi leaned forward before interlocking his fingers. You can give it a try. Think like a business-minded person. Your brows raised high when you got his words. You mean a fake marriage? He smiled and leaned back. Not actually, but it depends on you. I mean, I'm not saying you to be selfish from the beginning, but if the guy turned out to be, then don't hesitate to leave him. I heard he himself is a multi-billionaire and he brought his father's company from getting bankrupt to sky high. It is now the #1 company in Korea. Yoongi nodded. I've heard about him, but the decision is yours. You sighed and looked down, thinking deeply about something. Money shouldn't be the problem. I want the work to be excellent and that's it, he said, throwing a bundle of notes on the table. Don't worry, sir. Each and every details are as it is that you mentioned. That villa is among the top 5 who is not easy to get even if a person is overflowing with money, but you made it. You are amazing. Jungkook chuckled mockingly. There's nothing that I can't get. Even if it's the only one, I will get it. Mr. Choi nodded because he knows his power. He turned the things into gold with his touch. Mr. Kim entered inside the room after attending a phone call of Jungkook's father. Young master, your father has invited you for dinner tonight. Jungkook got up and looked at Mr. Choi. I want the work to be finished by this Friday. He nodded. Don't worry. Jungkook walked away from the room followed by his secretary Mr. Kim. Marriage? He said, pausing in the middle of eating when his father mentioned about the marriage. Before saying anything, just hear me first. She's the perfect girl and exactly the same as how you want. She's well educated and competitive, with a sharp mind and great personality. Currently, she's working as a managing director in her father's company and will probably going to be the sole heir of the entire company because her brother, the heir of Min Corporation, want to follow his passion in music industry and is already setting up his foundation. Not only they are compatible, but we'll make a great match. You can see her picture, I already have it in my phone. He unlocked his phone and gave it to Jungkook. He uninterestingly looked at the screen, but the second his eyes fell on your picture, they refused to blink. You seemed to be the girl he always idolized and wanted to get married to. What's her name? Min YN. Isn't she pretty? Jungkook looked at him. I would like to meet her. Dad, you can't just barge inside my office for some personal reasons. You said getting up and walking towards your dad. Why not? Don't forget that I'm still the owner of this entire company. Seriously, Dad? YN, this is the last time I'm asking you. You know, even John's son got ready to meet you, and you're still showing attitude. You scrunch your eyes in confusion. Which son and what are you talking about? He came near you. Your marriage. And tonight you have to meet him, and I already said yes, so you have no choice. You looked at him stunned. What? You didn't even care to ask me before saying yes? I already know your answer and I don't want to listen to anything. If you still want to sit in that chair, then you better do as I say. And he left from there, leaving you shocked. Did he just threaten me? He scoffed. I never saw any father blackmailing his own child like this. He walked towards her chair. You finally spotted the table you are supposed to go. There he was sitting, still on a call with someone. You inhaled deeply before walking to the table. You already made up your mind to ruin this date so that he himself will say no to this marriage. But all your planning seems to be fading away from your mind when you saw him. He was so handsome that you instantly felt a tickle in your heart, but gather yourself together. He ended the call when he noticed you. Oh, hi, please sit. You sat on the chair. You were still amazed by the way he was behaving because you have heard a lot about him from people who say that he is very rude and arrogant. What would you like to drink? I'll order the waiter. No, it's okay. I'm okay with water. He pressed the bell and a waiter came immediately. One Italian soda and he looked at you. Same. You really felt awkward. The waiter took the order and left. Jungkook turned towards you. So you're currently working in your dad's company? You nodded. Yes, just trying to gain some experience. He smiled lightly and nodded. Dad was talking about you non-stop, so I couldn't stop myself. I was curious to see who made him like this. You know, it's quite hard to be praised by him. You chuckled lightly, but then stopped when you realized this is not you were supposed to hear for. Yoongi laughed when you were telling what happened yesterday. This is not funny, Oppa. I'm actually concerned because I was supposed to do something that made him think I'm a stupid girl or not his standards, but instead I was just listening to him, and you know what he said? He said he can't wait for the marriage. So you made him fall for you already. Oppa, I'm serious. Tell me, what do I do? He looked at you confused. Why are you asking me? You enjoyed with him and found him decent, then what? Maybe he was just trying to be nice in front of me because I've heard about him being arrogant and moody. Yoongi shrugged his shoulders. Maybe you really caught his interest. Men are usually soft and gentle towards the girl they admire and fall for. He left the room leaving you with so many questions. Is this a thing for real? Please, sir, please give me a second chance. I promise that I will never repeat this mistake. I will be more careful. All the employees felt chill seeing the manager pleading as he was fired from the job in seconds. One thing I hate the most is to give a second chance, so never expect that from me. Get your stuff and get out from the company. I don't need people who take work as a joke. Sir, it was a mistake. I will talk to them again and convince them. Please don't kick me out. Jungkook looked at him. I said, get out. Out. The manager was left with no choice, and he knew no matter how much he begged, he was not going to get a second chance. He got up and picked his resignation letter before leaving the room. Jungkook looked at Mr. Kim. Hire a new manager within 2 days. Mr. Min nodded. We'll release the notice by today itself. You were swirling the chair left and right while hitting the tip of a pen against the table thinking about Jungkook. You already know so many things about him, then why he pretended to be so nice and cheerful in front of you? Or maybe he was genuine and you are just overthinking. While you were fighting with your thoughts, your phone buzzed, making you flinch a little. You checked the caller ID and it was an unknown number. You usually don't answer, but today you did. Hello? You quickly put it on the table when you heard Jungkook's voice from the other side. Your cheeks turned pink and heart started to beat so fast. You swallowed and again brought the phone near your ear. Hi, I'm so sorry I just dropped my phone. You lied, biting your lower lip. It's okay. If you're free today, then let's meet. Huh? I'm busy at this moment, but I will try to get free by evening. You tightly squeezed your eyes for coming with the most stupid reply. Fine, I'll pick you up then. Oh, okay. You cut the call and put your hand on your chest. What the hell? Am I serious? You threw your hand against the head of the chair. Where would you like to go? You can decide. I'm not really sure. You looked to the other side of the window, closing your eyes tightly because you felt so embarrassed for stammering. Jungkook chuckled internally. Let's go to a restaurant since it's dinner time. You nodded. Can I ask you something? You said, finally gathering yourself together. Yeah, sure. What do you think about this marriage? You again got nervous when he looked at you. Since we don't know anything about each other and never met before, to be honest, I don't really believe in such loveless relationships. He was silently listening to you while smiling slightly. You found yourself comfortable to talk about this topic, so you decided to say everything so that there will be no regrets. I'm telling you everything here honestly. I don't really believe in this marriage and stuff. Not because I don't want to fall in love, but because I feel it took all your freedoms and overall I just don't want to feel suffocation of being bound. He nodded. And what if you get all this freedom and also support? Would you like to fall in love? You kept on looking at him as you were amazed and also a little in doubt that how can he be so good? You looked at the front when his eyes met yours. I see you're still in doubt about this marriage. Not in doubt. You seem to be a very nice. In fact, you're actually so nice, but I would like to take my time to come up with a decision. You looked at him. I want to know that if I'm actually ready or not. He nodded. You're free to follow your heart. But my dad, how am I going to convince him? Don't worry about them, I'll handle. You smiled. It would be weird, but you already started liking him. His gentle personality made you fall for him. Thank you so much. To know each other more, less date. You smiled and nodded. You came in Yoongi's company because you wanted to tell him about a new decision you and Jungkook have came up with. A staff told you that he's currently in his studio, so you came into his studio. Oppa, you stopped on your place when you saw Jungkook in his studio. You looked both of them as so many questions appeared in your mind. What's up, sissy? Hi, he said, waving at you. Why are you standing there? Come sit. You walked near them before sitting beside Jungkook on the couch as Yoongi was sitting on the chair. You looked at Jungkook. What are you doing here? I mean, you already know Oppa? Yoongi laughed a little, grabbing her attention. He's my friend Vian. You looked at him stunned. What? Your friend? Oppa, what do you mean? That's why I was telling you, Hyung, that you shouldn't have hid it from Vian. Your mind was about to explode with so much confusion. Wait, it means you both know each other already. Jungkook smiled and nodded. It's been more than 4 years. You looked at your brother being betrayed by him. Oppa, how can you? I can't take this betrayal. He said, dramatically putting a hand on your chest while Yoongi laughed a little. I'm sorry, Vian. Why did you do that? You knew everything all the way and yet you pretend like nothing. Why? I'm sorry, Vian, but I don't want to give you advice as a friend of Jungkook because that way I would probably say everything good about him and would tell you to marry him because I know he can be the perfect guy for you, but I saw the situation as a big brother. Nothing is more important than your happiness to me. That's why I wanted you to figure it out by yourself while I will be on your side. This is embarrassing. Ah. You hugged your brother as he patted your back lovingly. Even I got to know it now that the girl I was arranged to marry is Hyung's sister. You looked at him surprised. Really? It means he kept it secret from both of us? I don't discriminate. You both are special to me and Jungkook. If by any chance my sister gets ready to marry you, make sure you never break her heart or else you know very well. Don't worry, Hyung. I will never give you a chance to complain now. I'm just waiting for the moment that your sister just say yes to marry me. He's still looking at you while your cheeks turn pink as you look down blushing. Yoongi turned towards his computer. That is your personal matter and I can't do anything. I'm sorry. You got up. If you're free then can we go and grab coffee? Jungkook immediately got up. Sure, let's go. Yoongi smiled a little while both of you walked outside his studio. Kids these days. What? For real? He couldn't believe what he just heard from you and his happiness was on cloud 9. I thought about it a lot and then I came up with this decision. I'm ready for the marriage and let's not make our parents wait. Jungkook looked down, trying to control his smile. I was about to tell our parents that we need time, but now I think I don't need to. You nodded and looked down at the glass of coffee. You don't know how you got that much confidence, but you seriously came up on this decision after thinking whole night. Jungkook was just admiring your face as you were looking down. Well, love also happens after marriage, if you're still not in that phase. You looked at him surprised. Well, it's not hard for me as I already fell in love with you when I first saw you in that pic. You looked down smiling. I'm not dreaming. This is happening for real, right, Jaggi? Mrs. Min pinched his arm a little tightly, making him scream a little. Ouch! What are you doing, Yoongi's Umma? Waking you up from the dream because this is happening in real. Look at your daughter. She's looking so gorgeous. I don't know why my eyes are tearing up. Mr. Min smiled and put his hand on her shoulder. No matter how stubborn she is, my cute daughter is the best. Mrs. Min gave him a look. Oh, now she suddenly became your best daughter. He smiled and nodded. Look at your son. He looks the happiest. They both looked at Yoongi, who was standing near the stage. He was happy for both of you, but a little bit emotional too. So, Mr. John Jungkook, do you take Min Ryan as your lawfully wedded wife to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health? Jungkook looked at you and nodded. Yes, I do, and I will love and cherish her till death do us apart, according to God's holy law, and this is my solemn vow. The priest gave a nod and looked at you. Do you, Miss Min Ryan, take John Jungkook as your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer and poorer, for sickness and in health, to love and cherish till death apart? Yes, I do. The sky echoed with the clappings. Now the groom may kiss the bride. Your heart skipped a beat. Jungkook took a step closer. His eyes were not leaving your face from the time you appeared wearing this gorgeous wedding dress, looking like an angel. Before the kiss, he looked at you. Can I? This moment he took your heart completely. The amount of respect and love he has for you was indescribable. No matter how rude and arrogant people think of him, you never saw his that side. You slowly nodded. He pressed his lips against yours and you both kissed. After breaking the kiss, he placed a kiss on your forehead and looked at you.